What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here with a stolen team. This team absolutely saved my elo. I started Colored Cup going 0-4. I stole this team for the final battle of that set, won that battle, and then went on to immediately go 5-0 with it in the next set. So in total, I guess 6-0. And then I tried out a different team after that. So this team did go undefeated for me in the 6 battles that I played with it. And I think it's a really solid team. It was actually with a lead that I was already very curious about, which is going to be Charjabug. Charjabug's an absolute monster in this cup. Of course, there are the fire types out there, and there's ground types out there, but it's an electric type that doesn't get destroyed by the ground types, and of course it can fight back against the fire types with Volt Switch and Discharge as well. As my closer, I'm going to be using Shadow Quagsire, Mudshot, Aquatail, Stone Edge. I say closer, I did use it as a safe swap occasionally. I think that both of these backline picks are decent safe swaps in this meta. Mudshot, Aquatail, Stone Edge, you're going to see Jumpluff as the main grass type, and it can fight back with this moveset. Though I think maybe you want Mudshot, Mud Bomb, because I've definitely seen more Ferrothorns and Credillies popping up. I guess Credillies fine with Aquatail, but Ferrothorn, you can fight back if you have Mud Bomb. You can't really fight back if you have Aquatail. As my safe swap, I am running my own Credilli. This thing's a monster of a safe swap. Bullet Seed, Rock Slide, Grass Knot. Of course, Rock Slide not that good anymore, so it really relies on the grass damage, but there are a lot of like Talonflames in this meta that Rock Slide's still going to be hitting for double, super effective. It basically threatens all of the fire types. Shadow AWAC doesn't really want to eat a Rock Slide. Typhlosion definitely doesn't want to eat a Rock Slide, so it's really good coverage. And it helps fight against the fire types that Charjabug really does not want to see. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into some of these battles. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded. I've got a couple videos already lined up for y'all, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. I mentioned Charjabug is a lead that I was really looking at, but I don't think it's the best lead. I don't think it's the best lead, and that video is going to be coming out tomorrow for what I do think is the best lead. Anyways, into the first battle. Up against a non-Shadow Abomasnow. I'm going to go ahead and get the X-Scissor off before the potential Icy Wind debuff. It is going to be a Weather Ball variant. I decided to go ahead and let this go because I figure they're pretty close to Aquatail range. If I need to handle them with my Quagsire, it won't be a big deal. Instead, they catch on Morpeko and they're forced to use the shield regardless because X-Scissor would still be super effective. I'm able to bring in my Quagsire now. I know I'm going to be resisting the first Aura Wheel, so I do know shield is going to be the Psychic Fangs bait, which really just forces me to throw my energy a little bit more quickly. I want to throw before they get to their next Psychic Fangs. They want to shield and get off another move. Now this could be the Dark type Aura Wheel, which would one-shot, so I do throw up the shield, and it's going to be another Psychic Fangs bait. They've done a ton of damage with just these Thunder Shocks. Plus the first Psychic Fangs, and they end up catching on their Abomasnow. Now Abomasnow is gone, and I'm going to be able to catch on my Credilli here. This is again going to be the electric type Aura Wheel. It's going to be resisted, or another Psychic Fangs, because this opponent really loves their Psychic Fangs, and then they decide to just concede. So I'm not really sure what they had in the back. Probably a fire type. That's what it really seems like. Alright, into the next one. Up against a Shadow Quagsire lead. Here I'm going to safe swap into my own Quagsire, Credilli being my hard answer. They're going to be bringing out a Galissapod. Galissapod's a really cool pick for this meta, I do think. Of course, resisting the Mudshots, resisting the Aquatails, I'm forced to go for the Stone Edge. I decided to just full send it. Let's see what happens, right? Grab a shield, grab switch, one or the other, and we nuke them and grab switch. So they're forced to come back out with their Quagsire. I now have my grass type on their water and ground type, which is beautiful. And we'll see what moveset they are running. It is going to be the Aquatail variant. His Bullet Seed's absolutely shredding through this Quagsire, but they will still be able to reach enough moves that would threaten a shield eventually. So I decided to go ahead and shoot the first one in case they do decide to throw the Stone Edge. Now they're going to be swapping out. I'm going to go ahead and build up to 100 energy. Throw a Grass Knot before I swap. Why? Because after the Volt Switches, 2 Grass Knots should be enough. So even if they do somehow preserve this Toxapex, I'm still going to be in a really good spot. I don't expect to need too much energy against that Quagsire, especially if I can keep extra energy on this Charjabug to threaten it when it comes back in. So now I'm going to go ahead and full send the Discharge. It does KO the Toxapex. Out comes the Quagsire. We're going to be able to get this first X-Scissor off. And honestly, they're in range that I can just Bullet Seed into Rock Slide at this point. So I'm going to be able to use my cheaper energy moves. I don't have any shields left, so they can go straight for the Stone Edge here to one-shot my Charjabug before I make the next X-Scissor. And I was kind of in the mindset like, I could probably Bullet Seed down before I make it to double Rock Slides. And then they survive that with 1 HP. I'm like, uh-oh, I think I have to throw. Otherwise they make an Aqua Tail. Let's throw. And it's the 1 HP shield KO. So GG's, well played. I definitely should have just thrown a good timing. My bad. But we take the win regardless. Alright, Shadow Typhlosion lead. Pretty bad. We're going to be safe swapping out into Credilli. They're staying in. And I am able to get this Rock Slide off first. So I am going to go ahead and throw that. I only gave him, what, 2 free turns of energy there. So no big deal. And I'm expecting them to force the Blast Burn here. It'd be crazy for them to bait the Thunder Punch. But they do bait the Thunder Punch. They come out now with a Starmie, and I have the Grass Knot. I should be able to reach 2 if I invest a shield, so I am going to go ahead and full send it. They decided to let it come through, and now I'm going to get this next Rock Slide off. Now that was a little bit weird. They should have snuck an Incinerate there. I wasn't ever going to make 2 Rock Slides, so I decided to go ahead and just throw immediately. I'm really not sure what happened. Like, did they pause? Because even if they had 1 turn lag, they should sneak a whole Incinerate. I don't know. Anyways, I decided no shield, expecting the Blast Burn there. They decided to Thunder Punch again, and then I shield, and it's another Thunder Punch. But in the back, it's going to be a Galissapod, so I can do 4 mud shots before they make it to the X's. They're running Fury Cutter, which I think is an interesting moveset. There's not a ton of flyers in this cup. So I don't know, not lots of resisting Fury Cutter. I don't know if it's the right move. The fire types would be resisting, so it makes it a lot worse into fire types. But you do get to your moves slightly quicker. Alright, Gastrodon lead. So I guess really the rule is if it's a water, if it's a Mud Boy, right? Because if it's a normal water type, you're staying with Charjabug. If it's a Mud Boy, you swap Quagsire. Everything else, I swap Credilli. They're going to go ahead and full send the Earth Power. I do correctly shield it up. I wanted to go ahead and preserve Quagsire since they weren't swapping out of this. It seems like they're weak to it in the back. And now I'm at the back-to-back Aqua Tails. They do decide to go ahead and let it come through. And they come out with an Abomasnow. I'm like, what? Why did you not come in with this quicker? I don't know. I guess the Stone Edge pacing is kind of the same as the Energy Ball pacing. So they wanted to make sure that they had a good matchup that way. Regardless, I'm able to bait the Aqua Tail. They don't throw, so I do make it to the Stone Edge, and now they're going to get a hefty farm down. But I can bring back in my Charjabug. They're pretty close to X-Scissor range. They're not there yet. They would still survive one. And I can go ahead and tank 2 Weather Balls here. Yeah, I decided just to not shield. They're definitely not in Rock Slide range from Credilli. So if they swap out, if they catch there, it's really sketchy. So I decide to go ahead and not throw immediately. They do come in with a crazy pick, which is going to be Salazzle. And they throw the Poison Fang there. I don't have to shield that up. I can throw it good timing. 3 Bullet Seeds into their 2 Incinerates. That's what you should always be doing against the Incinerate users, by the way. Like that Typhlosion play. I tried to talk it off like it was an okay thing, but yeah, no, it was just bad timing on my part. Anyways, we do connect with the Rock Slide there. I have the X-Scissor banked, so even though they Powder Snow me down, we can just CMP them on this X-Scissor. As long as Niantic does not give me 1 turn lag, we are perfectly fine, and the game actually worked properly, so beautiful, beautiful. We love to see it, we love to see it. X-Scissors are going to be able to take out the Abomasnow, and that's going to be a GG's well played to my opponent. Alright, up against the Winks, let's go. Another Mud Boy, lots of Mud Boys in this set. Again, so it's kind of funny. I'm like, oh, Credilli's the safe swap, and then 3 games I end up safe swapping my Quagsire. Again, it's really just for the Mud Boys. Normally you'd want to safe swap in your Credilli. And there's another Galissapod, so we're going to, again, just full send the Stone Edge. Does it connect? No, they're actually going to go ahead and throw up a shield this time, but they're forced to throw energy very quickly here. Otherwise, I'm going to be able to make another Stone Edge. And since they did CMP me, I'm happy to take both shields here. If I take both shields, Charjabug can actually do quite well into their Quagsire. And I'm going to go ahead and just quickly swap into my Charjabug. So Charjabug easily going to be able to eat a Liquidation or an X-Scissor or an Aerial Ace. So I do go ahead and let that come through. It does put me pretty close to Aqua Tail range or Mud Bomb range. So I am going to have to watch out for that. X-Scissor comes through. And now I have a decision to make. Do I really want to preserve this low health Charjabug And I decide that I do. I'm thinking it might be some kind of double water in the back, which of course Credilli would still be good into, but there's certain water types that you'd prefer Charge a Bug on. So we're going to have to see what comes in, and there it is. It's the Toxapex. So that is exactly the type of water that I would prefer Charge a Bug on. They shouldn't be able to catch yet, so I'm going to immediately throw this Discharge, come in with my Credilli, and now I'm in a great spot because I should be able to outpace this Golisopod before they make it to their X-Scissor by just one turn, but that's all I need. Rockstide's going to be taking out the Credilli, or the Golisopod, and all they have left is going to be the Toxapex, and that's going to be GG's. Well played to my opponents. There it is. We did grab the 5-0, salvaging my elo. I'm actually in expert push range. I did break into the 2700s at the end of the day yesterday. You're going to have to see the team that I ran after this, though. It worked really well for me. It helped me get up to that 2700 mark. Now I'm going to play some Ultra Leagues as well. So I'll probably stream before this video comes out. And if you want to check out some Ultra League content, click up here because that stream will be somewhere up here. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my channel members for your support. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. It really does help the channel grow. And until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.